I had mentioned some of the short-term ways of addressing traffic, so I won't go back to that. But I think what I'll add is that you need to get the local governments working again. Because if you want to address potholes, then you have to have a local government. It's not from Ikeja that you determine where potholes are in the suburbs of Lagos State. And that's very important. But going to mid and long term, the way it works is that you've got to plan ahead. I'll give a good example. We have a refinery coming up on the Lekki axis, and there's no provision yet for what is going to happen to lift products from there. So if we're not careful, we're going to have another gridlock like we have in Apapa. Now, it's also important that we understand that urban planning, town planning, does have an effect. Now, the idea is to have even development across Lagos State, so that you're having less of movement from one end of Lagos to the other. And a very good way to address this is, you find that when our children are on holidays, there's less traffic because there's less movement about. And it's in that way that you have to look at the different parts of Lagos and make them self-containing, serving, so that you don't need to do that. And naturally, Lagos is still one of the two mega cities in this world that does not have a transport system, a rail system that is working. That is no longer acceptable. We must get that going. Then we must go into the idea of multi-layered roads, because there's little to what you can do to expand our roads. Let's begin to have multi-tiered roads.